Hello everybody, my name is Metallica and welcome back to my Survival Let's Play series. Where we last left things off, we had constructed this ship to put our villagers into, at least a couple of them. And they are down there, we just can't see them because of the render distance. And if you watch that episode, you will know that these two little boats were not there. And that is because I put them in there just between episodes to give a little bit more character and life to the ship. And overall, I am really pleased with how this turned out and the detail that has been put into it. I think it adds plenty of life to the world we're creating because as you can see, we've done a lot of things on the land, but we haven't done very much with the water. The closest thing we've done is our docks. But adding the ship, I think, creates a lot more life out there in the world. And as we continue to create this world, we will definitely create more stories to be told with all of the environment we have around us, whether that be in the water, on the land, or maybe up in the nether. And I was actually thinking that we would be working on the land today, mostly because we need an iron farm. Because if you saw the last episode, we used up most of our iron to create rails to transport the villagers over to the ship. And that didn't leave me with very much iron left. I have a little bit over a stack in iron ore and just a handful of ingots, which, should be enough for anything that I have planned. But if it's not, I want to be able to have a nice backup. And I think an iron farm is going to be a wonderful choice. And I'm thinking of putting it somewhere in the village, whether I create a new house or bury it underground, kind of like the villager breeder that we have over there. But if I do build it in the village, I am a little bit worried that the villagers themselves that live in the village will affect the rates of the iron farm because I don't know the mechanics of how an iron farm works very well. And I'm worried that if I do decide to build the iron farm, let's say right here, because it's an open area, that it may not work and I'll have to move it far away, like over this mountain or so. Before we do any of that, though, we are going to need to do a few more things just because it'd be nice to have it taken care of. And that being, we need to repair my armor. Now, it's not the most damaged. The helmet's seen better days, but what I want to do is I want to get mending on each of these things. And to do that, we actually need to visit one of our villagers down here. This guy right here, the Fletcher, because he has a stick trade that we can use to get emeralds. Because the villager we keep in the house over there, the one that has the mending trade, he is a little bit of a greedy guy. He actually wants 38 emeralds for one mending book. So I've grown up a couple trees. We're going to go chop those down, turn them into sticks, so that way this guy can be happy. And then we can get some mending books for our gear. All right, now that our inventory is completely full of sticks, we can begin trading with this wonderful guy right here. And as you can see, he wants to trade with us. He wants to give us these emeralds. The only problem is this going to be enough? There's only one way to find out. No, it is not. He locked out. Now, only thing we have to do in this situation is just wait. I'm not going to put you guys through that. I'm going to gather up all the emeralds I can from this guy, wait as long as I need to, and then, once he gives us all the emeralds, we'll be able to go trade with the villager up there and get the mending books for our armor. There he is, the man that will help me repair my armor with his enchanted books. And I should be able to get all four of them if I gathered up enough emeralds. And it looks like I did. Awesome, 4 mending books. Thank you so much for your business, sir. And now that we have our enchanted books, the only thing left to do is to strip off our armor and attach the mending books to it and pray that we have enough levels. And it looks like, yes, we do. Mending, 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 and mending. That's awesome. Now I can kill these guys and get my armor fully repaired. There we go. We got our armor all fixed up, and I can say I feel much better about that. Being able to go and heal our armor and repair it whenever we need to makes me a lot happier. And I've also done a bit of terraforming around this area because this is where we are going to be putting our iron farm. I pushed the hill back and flattened the area down right here because this farm takes up about a 19 by 20 area. And so that's what the path blocks are for. They mark out the areas that the iron farm is going to be taking. And I'm going to be using a design by YouTuber Abfielder. So I will include a link to their video in the description below. Be sure to go check it out. It is a wonderful design. I'm going to be doing this in the form of a time lapse. So let's begin. And just like that, our iron farm is completely built up. Now, we still have to do a few more things before it is 100% done, and part of that involves moving the villagers into our little hole right here. And that's what this track is for. It goes all the way over to where we keep our villagers in the little glass jar. And if we run over there really quick, you can see that we have plenty of these guys to take over. They're actually getting a little crowded in there, so they might be happy to have a few of them leave. So we need to move these guys over. And the other thing that we need to do is get a zombie into that other little hole right over there. And I do have a cap to give him, so he shouldn't despawn. But pretty much what it's going to do is the zombie's going to be in there. He's going to scare the villagers there. And hopefully, if I built this thing right and it still works, then an iron golem should spawn right there and get funneled down and into the lava down below. And that should give us an iron farm. So let's get these villagers moved in. There goes villager number 1. Oh no, they're escaping. I thought you guys couldn't walk over the tracks. Hey, hello there. Alright, maybe we can capture another one of these guys since they all came out. I could have sworn they couldn't go over the rails, but maybe there was just too many of them. Anybody want to get in a minecart? It's going to be a fun ride. There we go, we got one. Alright, there goes number 2. Just got to get one more after that guy. Alright, buddy, you're the last one. You ready to go on your ride? Yeah, I think you're ready. Let's go. There we go, he's in. Now if I can just break... Hey. Now if I can just break the minecart without hitting any of these guys. There we go. They're all in here. Now all we have to do is get a zombie into this section. But unfortunately, it is barely morning. So we are going to have to wait a little bit longer until we can get a zombie in here. But once it's night, we'll be ready to get one in. And then hopefully we can cap everything off and the iron farm should be working. Night is now upon us, so we are up here so that way we can look upon our world and hopefully see if we can spot any zombies. And if we do, we can lure them up this dirt trail and into the little spot that he sits in. We have a boat and we've got this gold helmet, so hopefully he can pick that up. And if not, I think just the boat will be okay. But we're going to keep a lookout up here for any zombies, and hopefully we'll find some. Oh, we got some mobs. And of course, it's everything but a zombie. What are the chances of that? Oh, oh, we got a zombie. Oh, come on. I'm coming for you, guy. I'll be down there in just a second. Oh, we got another one right here. Can you take the gold helmet, buddy? Oh, no. No, he can't. You know what? If we get him in the boat, I think it'll be just fine. We just gotta lure him up this little dirt staircase, and where'd he go? Hello, buddy. There you are. Come on. I'm much more tastier than those villagers. Don't you want to take a bite out of me? Come on. Alright, he's following us. We just gotta get up this dirt staircase. Good, he's still following. And if we close these trapdoors, is he gonna fall in? Yes! Alright, we got a zombie in there. And he's not getting in the boat. Why aren't you doing that, buddy? Why aren't you getting in the boat? And block this off so no one else can get in here. No surprise creepers. And why aren't you getting in the boat? You're standing right on it. Come on, buddy. Get in the boat. Get in the boat. He's definitely tracking me. Maybe if I step to the side a little bit more, then he'll be able to follow us in the boat. No, he's still walking right over it. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Alright, I guess I'll just cut to when he's in the boat. Yes! Oh, he's finally in the boat. Finally. Alright, let's cover him up really quick so that way when the sun comes up, he doesn't burn. Alright, and oh, we're already producing iron golems. That's awesome. And why aren't you going down the hole, buddy? You're standing completely in the hole. Why aren't you going down? No, your hitbox looks to be completely in the hole. Oh, there he goes. All right, our iron farm is officially working. That is very exciting. Let me just clean this up and I'll meet you when it's day. All right, it is day. The sun is shining, and that's a little unfortunate because it means that the other people coming on this ship and those in the town can see how ugly this iron farm is. It is a stone monstrosity. It is definitely an eyesore compared to the other things that have been erected in this place. But we are going to be taking care of that right now. I've come up with a design in a test world, and while I may have done it backwards in the test world, I think I can flip it around here and make it look a lot better. So that's what we are going to be focusing on right now, is making this stone monstrosity look just a little bit nicer. And to make it look nicer, I have gathered up a bunch of materials here in this chest that we are going to use to construct a home of sorts around this place. And hopefully, if all goes well, we should not have any iron golems spawning outside of this place, because that's going to be one of the main issues with constructing a structure around this, is we need to make everything spawn proof so that way no iron golems spawn outside the farm and that they all spawn in there. Now we're going to be using a few tricks to make sure that this is completely spawn proof. Mostly just being able to make sure none of the blocks within this perimeter are full blocks, like this dirt. So if we knock that down to a path block, then the iron golems cannot spawn on it. Similar to areas over here, if we dig up these slabs really quick and replace it with moss carpet, the moss carpet is not a full block, and therefore the iron golems should not be able to spawn on it. So we are going to be focusing on making all of this little andesite platform spawn proof. And once we're done with that, we're going to build up the house around the iron farm itself. So I'm going to get digging and I'll be back when I am done spawn proofing this little area. And that is exactly why we are spawn proofing this. I dug up this row of slabs and immediately, this guy spawned on it. So obviously they're going to take every chance they can get to spawn out here, but we don't want that. Now I've got to get rid of this guy. So hopefully he can't reach 4 blocks tall. And come on, buddy. I know you got a lot of health, but you should be able to go down quickly. Come on, this is a power 5 bow. There we go. All right. So that is the reason we are spawn proofing out here, because we don't want things like that happening, because then we can't get any iron from them. So anyways, I'm going to get back to digging and I'll show you all of this when it's done. Alright, so as you can see, all of the moss carpet has been placed in. There's no iron golem spawning. And we even took advantage of the fact that farmland isn't a full block. And we managed to plant some crops back here just to give this place a little bit more life. Because as nice as the moss carpet looks, we want a little bit more life back here, which is why we are going to be planting a tree. Now, I don't know for certain if iron golems will spawn on top of leaves. So what we are going to do right now is we are actually going to be covering the top of these leaves in moss carpet just to ensure that no iron golems spawn up here. Because like I said, I don't know if they will or won't spawn on top of leaves. So just to be safe, we are going to be covering this whole tree in leaves, and thankfully, it is not a very big tree. So it shouldn't be a problem trying to ensure that everything is covered. And there we go. Just like that, it is completely covered. Just gotta get rid of this dirt block, and I think that adds plenty of more life to this place. Now that that's all taken care of, we can begin work on the exterior of this place. And while I easily could just tear down the stone here and build a house in place of it, I actually find it much easier to begin work by building around it. And to start that off, we are going to be putting the non-functioning front doors on this place. And just like that. Oh, that's not very good. Why did you do that? See if we can fix that really quick. There we go. And sun setting, so let's sleep really quick. And now that that's over, we can begin work on building the outside of this place. And for the base, I am going to be using deep slate. Just because it looks nice, and it's a lot better than just plain old stone and andesite. So we are going to be going 3 layers high around this whole thing. And unfortunately, I do need to tear up the carpet around the outside, but that shouldn't be too big of an issue. So I'm going to focus on this really quick, and I will be right back. Now that that ring of deep slate is done, we are actually going to begin work on the roof instead of the rest of the wall, because we need to build the roof to determine how the rest of this house is going to look. And surprise, surprise, I am using slabs because they won't spawn on them. Now, I know plenty of you right now are rushing down to the comments saying, but they'll spawn on the top slabs. What are you going to do then? The iron golems will still spawn up there. Well, fret not, because we have a wool farm, and I went and got some brown carpet. So for the blocks like this I am standing on, we are going to be placing carpet to ensure that the iron golems will not spawn on the roof. And for the rest of the slabs, they are on the bottom half of the block, so we don't need to worry about any iron golems spawning on them. And we are just going to be continuing this pattern of slabbing it across. We're going to go to that side, slab across to meet in the middle, and every block like this is going to be carpet. So it'll be carpet, wood, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to begin work on this and I will cut to when I am done. So we've got the roof done and I filled in the remaining space with just regular old oak planks. And I know what you're thinking. Yes, this is indeed the best Minecraft house you have ever seen. I know, no need to applaud. I know it's great. But there's still a lot more work that we need to do to it. And I want to run you guys through my thought process a little bit when I go about adding little details to Minecraft builds. Like, for example, right here, we are going to add a little window. And because we don't want anything spawning, we're just going to replace the back right there with black concrete. Because obviously we don't really have an interior in there. But what we do, what we can do is actually add little shutters to the side because they add just that little bit more detail. Something else we can do is if we run around to the side right here, I think actually would be a pretty good place to create a little, oh, my bad, to create a little bit of a place where some campfire logs that have been chopped down from past trees can sit. And I don't have those on me, so let's run over to our chest really quick and grab those campfires as well as the oak fence. And if we go on back, we can place our campfires down beneath. And because they aren't a full block, they shouldn't affect the spawning of iron golems. So if we place these down and then put them out with our shovel, it kind of creates the illusion of a pile of logs that has been sitting here. Now, I'm pretty sure I messed this up, and yes, I did. But we're still going to place these here anyway, because now we can actually move these trapdoors down to the correct height. And if the roof gets in the way, we'll just cut out that little part. But my thought process with this is just to give the house a little bit more life. We want to show that people are living in it, that there are things going on. You know, the family chops down wood for the cold winters, so that way they can burn it. But obviously, this is gonna need to go somewhere. So let me grab just a little bit more. I'm out of trapdoors. You know what? I think oak trapdoors will work just fine. So let's grab 4 of those. And if we head up onto the roof really quick, there we go. We can create a little bit of a chimney up here. And it is going to be nearly identical to the one we have on our house over there. So we're just going to break one of these carpets and place down a couple andesite walls. Give it a little bit of an angle so that way it has some character. And let's see. Yep, we still got our campfires. So we're going to place that, burn our feet a little bit. There we go. Much better. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do, but you know what? That still works. I think we can reach back here. Yep. And there we go. Just like that. We have a little chimney to show that there's still some more life going on in here. And for the most part, that's all of the details that I have planned. But you know what? We can also wing some on the fly. I don't think I can place... No, I can't place a lantern there just because it is a half slab. But what we can do is actually... I was going to say we could put one over here, but I don't think that would look very good. So actually, you know what we can do is we can create some stairs to make a little bit of a bench. And there should be plenty of room here that no iron golems should spawn. But if we place these down, there we go. And like I said, I don't think any iron golems should spawn. But you know what? Just in case, we are going to change this just a little bit. Let's bring the stair in one. And just to fill in this space a little bit more, and to give it a little bit of life, We're going to add a lantern right there. And actually, I think, yeah, we got some spruce fence. We can place some lanterns right out here as well. And as you can see, adding just those few little details around gives a lot more character and life to this build. And as I'm sure you guys have guessed by watching this series, I really enjoy putting life into my builds and giving them character, just because it makes the world that we create just that much better, in my opinion. It looks like it's telling a story. It looks like there's things going on in the world. It's not just a block here, a block there, and it's all pretty bland. This adds so much life, and it's amazing to just look around. Like, if I didn't live up there, I'd see that house and be like, yeah, some poor sap lives in that tiny little shack, but that poor sap is me. And I'm actually pretty happy with that. I really enjoy creating life and putting that into our world. And as you can see, there's still plenty of room to improve, but we do have a lot of life here in this little iron farm. And I'm pretty happy with how this thing turned out. Now, the real question is it still working? Funny enough, our iron farm actually connects to this cave down here. So if we run along, this is the tube that they fall down. And it's a little dark down here. Let me give it a little bit more light. As you can see, this is where they die. And yes, it does indeed seem to be working. So that's very exciting. We have an unlimited iron source. And in the future, I might decorate this place down here. But for now, I have no intention to. So you guys are going to have to let me know. Should I decorate down there where the iron gets collected? And is there anything at all, that you guys would do to this little house to change it? I'm pretty happy with it. Obviously, it's still a little bland in areas. So I want to know, what would you guys do to change this house? What would you do to add some more life and character to it, similar to what we have already done around here? Unfortunately, that is where today's video is going to have to end. I'm sorry that it's coming out a bit later than it normally would. I hope the longer run time helps to make up for that. But I will hopefully be able to get one out next week, if not the week after. And I know I said that last time, but I promise, I really promise that I will do my best to get one out next time, so that way the gap between episodes isn't so long. But like I said, I hope the longer run time does help make up for that. You guys are gonna have to let me know. Do you enjoy these longer videos? Do you enjoy the shorter 15 to 20-minute ones? What do you prefer? You're gonna have to leave me a comment in the comment section down below. But with all that being said, my name is Metallica. This has been Minecraft. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider giving it a rating and hitting that like button down below. And if you really enjoyed it, please, please, please consider subscribing, as we recently hit 10 subscribers on this channel. And I am over the moon about it. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for all of you that have subscribed to this channel. I know 10 isn't a lot compared to other channels, but I am still extremely grateful for it. Thank you all so much. I'm going to have to do something in the next video to celebrate that. But yeah, with all that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for liking. Please, please, please consider subscribing. And I will see you in the next video. I hope you all had a great day. Bye-bye.